Welcome everyone at episode 3 of Tips and Strats. Wow, great start. Tonight we'll be covering the map Aslan. Tonight with me, not Kyushi, but GS Robbing took over the spot for tonight.
Hello, everybody. I'm Robin, and I'm a GS for Area Games, and I'm also a GS for AVA as well as Fear Online. Nice to be with you, Myth.
Robbing will go over the NRF strats later on in the event. We're first gonna start off with the map video. After that, we'll do some general tips for EU and NRF side, which is mainly the nade spots. Then we'll go over with strats, first strats for EU, followed by a short giveaway. Then we go on to the strats for NRF, covered by Robbing, also followed by a short giveaway. And then we move on to the in-game event, which will be a 16-man pub on Aslan. And then we'll do 2 giveaways at the end. And to round off the event, we'll announce the map of next week. So to start off with the map video, I'll show it to you right now. Hope the quality is good. Alright, so that was the map video on Aslan. It quickly goes over all of the spots that are mainly the callouts for the spots in the map. As I explained in the chat, the video will go on YouTube later, so you can rewatch it if you want to know the spots somewhat better or did not memorize them from the video. So we'll move on now with the general tips on the EU and NRF side, so I'll quickly create a room for that.
Like Myth said, he'll be covering EU and I'll be covering the NRF.
Yeah, that's correct. Alright, so first go over some general things, which are mainly the nade spots. Alright, so let's start off with the nade spots for EU. Very useful spot to have on EU if you've planted the bomb on 2 sides and you're trying to defend it but you're all the way alone or you're more further to the back. You stand under the lamppost right here, hug the wall, aim this point, and just throw the nade.
Fire in the hole!
And this should land directly where Robbing. No, it's not. A little bit too far back.
Fire in the hole!
It comes quite close, but there we go. This goes all the way into the 2 side where someone may be defusing, and you can just easily take him out. So other spots for EU. There are not too many for EU. Most likely, the most you're gonna see are for NRF, which is also quite useful. A nade I used to do, since you usually have a guy camping in the connector 1. You throw a nade about here.
Fire in the hole!
This lands right at the box here. You can also use the other nade that will land about here. So if there's a guy camping here or here, you can take him down.
I'm reloading!
Outstanding.
Alright, so for a retake spot, if there is a guy setting the bomb up at 1, you have a nade spot to it from base. You stand in line with the lantern with this aim, with this angle. You stand here, you aim right there, pick the nade.
Fire in the hole!
Too fast, and you jump.
Fire in the hole!
Control them directly onto one side. So when there's a guy defusing here, he'll be out. And then we have some couple of nade spots for NRF while you're defending. The most used one is the one that goes all the way to court. Stand here, aim at the lion's nose, and just run a bit forward. With a rifle you can stand still and jump, but with the point and scope you need to run a little bit.
Fire in the hole!
Like this. And that one was quite well. Appointment will throw a little bit further. It lands here. When the rifle throws it, it will land right here. And the last spot to go over, it's a nade that will land up in the window where Robbing is standing right now. You stand on the second staircase, and you aim all the way up there. It's quite hard to see. So I aim there, the corner of the roof and the little building that's sticking out. You grab your fast exploding nade and you jump.
Fire in the hole!
And this one explodes in the window if thrown correctly.
Fire in the hole!
There we go. It landed about here, so when there's a scope standing here, you'll get the nade right in his face. So that's mainly for the regular things you have here. If you go over some spots to play, well, there are not too many like spots that nobody knows. You have very obvious spots like camping all the way up here. Moving on to this side, there's nothing really peculiar to watch, which may be useful as well as this nade. If I can do it at once.
Fire in the hole!
There we go. And it goes all the way in. And this lands over there, where a scope may be standing, or some people are about to push up into. So we'll move on to the strats for EU now. We'll first take the strat for spot 1, then for spot 2, and then we'll follow that by a short giveaway. Tonight, the gun for the giveaway, I can actually show it to you right now since I've got it with me. It's this gun, the SR3M
Reload.
Flash. Alright, so the strat for 1. You have... Oh, you also have it. Wow. Alright, so you have 3 guys go into box room. And 2 guys go into the mid. The guys in box room, you most likely want the scope here. Scope just camping a little bit up here, trying to watch his angle, and then pushing up into the box side while the scope is just watching the garden. While the other 2 rifles are just gonna nade this spot. And once the one rifle throws this nade, the other rifle moves up and then pushes up quite fast and takes control of this area. Well, he can't move up much further since there's usually a guy there, so he waits for the other rifle to come up, and then they can together go pre-fire a little bit.
I'm reloading!
In the meantime, the other 2 players in the mid are slowly moving up and cross-firing a little bit. First gonna check if there's anyone behind the boxes, and then they slowly walk up. They first check this angle, Then you wait for the other guy to come up, who'll watch the mid, and then this guy will move up to watch here. So you usually have a guy camping either there or there, and then the other guy goes up to box room. This is also the cue for the others to start pushing into one. Two guys push up in here, for a little bit here. You may want to smoke this area about either there or up here. And then you can push in and set the bomb, while the other guy from garden also pushes up and have some peeks up here. But he can't push up too fast, since if you have a couple of guys camping here, he'll be taken out quite easily. And you of course have to take into account the nade we showed you earlier, which goes directly into spot 1. So that's an easy way to take that one side. I'll go back to base and we'll go on with the strat for team 2 for bomb spot 2. Yeah, I don't respawn.
Oops.
No, it's okay.
Alright.
So for 2, you also want to have 2 guys at mid and 2 guys going, or 3 guys actually, going to study. So first go with the guys going to study. Just walk up here. You most likely want to have a scope or a rifle here that will pre-fire this corner, since, as you also saw in the video, there's usually a guy camping about there. And they can push up together and take control of this area. You always have a guy camping all the way up there at the fireplace, so you don't want to push up too far and just wait here a little bit. In the meantime, the other 2 players in mid will do about the same. They can also nade the spot from up here.
Fire in the
Not
hole!
really nade spots, just easy to throw. And I'll just crossfire up. One guy covering this spot, waiting for the other guy to get the mid. Move up to see if anyone's there, and then take control of the box area. What you want to do now is either to throw some nades at one,
Fire in the hole!
or to smoke it out for anyone coming there. Move up to the 2 sides. So you wait here a little bit. And once you're ready to push here, the other guys will be ready to push from study room. What the guys from study room want to do, so I have to scope a little bit peeking here. One rifle who's still standing behind study will smoke it up. And then they'll push up with all 3, pre-firing a little bit, and preferably smoking this corner as well. Scope goes up, takes control of the base side, and the others set the bomb. Set, you want to plant it about here so that the guys will be caught by the nade if needed, so they can't see it all the way up here and avoid the nade. With holding the spot, it's quite easy to do. You just watch the base here, and you have one guy either waiting here a little bit. You wait at the fireplace as well, or you sit in this little corner. And indeed, if they're pushing in, you are on your own. You have guys pushing from base and also from the mid. You want to retreat a little bit and try to hold him off from here. But keep in mind, one guy will be defusing and you have to retake the spot. So that's not going to be easy. So yeah, that's about it for the EU strats. We'll now have a short break and we'll do a giveaway for everyone here who's watching. So we'll go out of the room. I'll put up some music for everyone who's waiting. We'll open the giveaway, and in a couple of minutes we'll do the giveaway for the gun I'm holding in my hands right now, the SR3M Flash. You'll get this gun for 15 days along with an iron pack for 7 days. Alright, so we'll go out of the room now and we'll do the giveaway. I actually still had it on. Alright, so let me get the music bot up. I have to turn it down a little bit though, because it was somewhat louder earlier on. Should work fine now. In the meantime, we'll open the giveaway for you guys, as explained just a minute ago. Hang on, I just gotta open it. My bad. Alright, the raffle's open now, so type in again now. My bad. Also make sure to follow the channel. Players that are following the channel and type in the keywords !giveaway will be able to join the raffle.
And don't tell me that I need saving.
You may want to type !raffle as well. I'm just going over it at the moment. It should be !giveaway. It's indeed !raffle. That's correct. My bad. Robin will do the second part of the stream tonight, the NRF strats. I'll follow him around and he'll explain everything to you guys.
I will, and I'll be happy to do so. See somebody put in point robbing. How nice.
Alright, so type !raffle to join in the raffle. I'll close the raffle in about half a minute to a minute, and then we'll see who won the first giveaway of tonight. Alright, I'm gonna draw a person right now. I'll give the name to GS Rubbing, and Rubbing will tell everyone who's the first winner of tonight.
Oh, this should be wonderful. Everybody prepare themselves. Do an internal drum roll for this.
Alright, so the winner of the first raffle, he was just in time with typing the keyword. For me, he was not following the channel. Oh no, he's not following the channel, so we have to redraw.
Oh man,
that's too bad.
that
So
is
we'll draw another one.
unfortunate.
Alright, the next one is following the channel, so PM the name to GS Rubbing, and he'll tell everyone who won.
Oh, this person. Well, everybody prepare themselves. The winner of this first raffle goes to Edited Beats. Congratulations, Edited Beats.
Alright, so I'll give you the key and the site where to redeem it right away, and then we'll continue with the NRF strats. So put up some music in the meantime, and then we'll go on.
I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in their dream. Oh, they call my star. Baby, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your lifetime man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sound the words wrong.
Alright, so that's it for the first raffle. We'll go on with the NRF strats right now. GS Robbing will be doing this, so we'll go in game right now, and you'll hear him covering these strats for one side and two side.
Alright, so as always, we'll begin with 1. We quickly load up in here. Alright, so here we're going to do some NRF strats for 1. Let's begin. Alright, so the first things first. We're going to have our scope. Going to rush through 1 and push through garden. All the way up until this point right here. He's going to play this corner right here and watch through boxes. Meanwhile, you're going to have the rifleman. He's going to also push through 1. All the way up to this little box area here. This is so, just to keep watch over if anybody's coming pushing through this ledge here. He's going to slowly make his way up, so if anybody's coming up the stairs, he'll be able to take him down quickly. The rifleman's going to make note that he's over there, and the scope is slowly going to make his way up, all the way to watch ledge. He can, if he wants, to smoke this area near the ledge. However, it's not recommended. It's just to get people from the base to not know that scope is there. But I mean, if the smoke is there, it's pretty obvious that the scope is there. Finally, you're going to have one more rifle. He's going to go behind this box here. This is more likely to watch anybody coming through mid. If anybody's coming through mid, he'll be able to take him out quickly. Also, he'll be able to do a quick nade spot in case anybody's in connector. That was a better one. Good job, Biff. Alright. Anyway, you're also going to have your 2 other players. You're going to have your scope behind this fireplace right here, in case to get any picks from there. You're also going to have your point man. He's going to be behind the cabinet. In this case, if anybody decides to push up, point man will be able to take him down really, really quickly. In the meantime, the scope will be able to call, hey, I just saw somebody peek through here. Can you please take him down? Get ready to take him down. They're pushing up slowly. Point man can pre-fire really quickly, jump, do whatever, get the kills, and there are a few less people to take care of. If he needs to, he can go behind the poison and reload, gain composure, whatever, and get ready to take out the rest, whoever decides to push in. Now, let's say once these 2 are here, one decides to get taken. Well, then you're going to have your first one, is your rifle. He's going to go through mid. And he's going to wait on stairs next to box. He's going to let the player know, the scope know that, hey, I'm over here. The scope, on the other hand, is going to come here. He's going to do a quick nade spot to 2. Yes, you can actually use this to your advantage as well. It's not just the EU side. In case anybody is hiding behind the boxes over here. Some people do play this. They can watch base from here. So in case you do that nade spot, so you can get the people back there, and there'll be able to be one less person there. Now, let's say if somebody's over here, then your scope, he's going to slowly inch here, and he's going to do a quick pre-fire and be able to get the scope there. Meanwhile, your rifle, who's over here, he's going to push in the same time. Remember, it's always got to be the same time. There's a certain spot where people like to play, which is this area, as Miss showed earlier. Once he hits there, one more spot for somebody that might be able to play, which is right here, although it's not likely. Last thing he's going to do is smoke to the corner, so the scope who's trying to aim at the place won't be able to see the person. The point man can take him down, defuse the bomb. Easy peasy for one. And now let's do 2 real quick. Alright, so, as I said, this time we're going to have 3 people go to. You're going to generally have 1 scope and 2 rifles. You're going to have your scope and your rifle come down this area. Your rifle is going to start all the way at this area over here. And you're going to have them watch this area and camp. If the players are slowly coming up, or if they're pushing up, they can get a quick picks and be able to retreat in time in case anybody decides to come up. However, they don't usually play pushing really hard. Instead, you might want to have a scope right here to watch. This is a corner play. It's not really to kill anybody unless you're really good at reaction time. It's more likely if somebody decides to peek in and you know that they're going to be there. Call out. Make sure they know that the people are coming up through this area. So if they decide to come, the rifle / point man will be able to take them out really quickly. Now, the other rifleman, he's going to come through this, he's going to do the same thing, except he's going to go directly to the 2 side. There's a quick nade spot that Myth will demonstrate here. It comes at the 2 line, right across to the second, and he's going to quickly nade that spot. He's going to wait 4 seconds as well, because it takes 4 seconds to get around that area. Once he does that, you can generally take around the people at the entrance and connector, which is pretty good. It's a really good nade spot for those who need to get some people lit, or if they just need to kill some people on time. It generally goes around here, can also go around here too if it decides to bounce or not. So it's a really good nade spot if you want to get a quick lit or kill. After the rifleman does his nade spot, he waits 4 seconds, he's going to come around and wait around here for 2, in case anybody decides to come up to 2 through mid. Meanwhile, your other 2 players, they're going to come directly through 1. It's going to be around the same tactic this time, but it's a little different. You're going to have your scope. He's going to stay here. He's not going to go... There's a line that it's showing around this area. So you can be around here, you can be around here, whatever, corner play. And if you hear some sounds from the ledge, you can aim over here too. However, can't go past this line. Highly not recommended to do that. You're also going to have your rifle. Your rifle's going to come through 1. And there are a few spots he can play. One big spot, he's here. You can play if you see hearing people coming up or a bunch of people coming up. He's like, hey, scope, come here. I need help. The scope can run through garden and help out anybody who's coming through mid. There's another spot by this box, as I demonstrated earlier, that you can play if somebody's coming through 1 or if they're pushing through. You'll be able to get quick kill from it. The window over here is the place where you can view if the scope is watching that area, but somehow somebody passed him. The rifle / point man say, hey, there's somebody over here. Scope, prepare yourself, because there's somebody over here, and he's behind the wall. And the scope will be like, alright, that's cool, that's cool. So pretty much teamwork. You can also play here, not recommended, because, you know, people can come through mid. But if some people come through to the 1 stair connector, Myth will be able to take them out, or any point man or rifle will be able to take them out. Now, let's say 2 gets taken. So we're going to start with the rifleman. The rifleman's going to come through mid. And he's going to wait here. So this area is where he's going to wait. You're not going to do anything. Try to keep quiet so that way people don't know you're there, because if they get you, then that means that scope is the last person alive, and that's not really a cool idea. So, person's going to wait there, kind of hide behind a corner, and meanwhile the scope is going to come through garden all the way through 1, all the way to base, all the way to the stairwell here. If there is a rifle nearby, or if you find a rifle, make sure you pick it up, because using a scope in this area, or if you're trying to defuse the bomb, is pretty hard to do. This way, so you can pre-fire this area here, and be able to get any kills if anybody who's trying to block the way. You'll be able to get them on radar really quickly, and that way the rifle over on the other side will be able to do it well. So, you got a person waiting here. Once you let each other know, we're going to start off with a rifleman. There is a place that the person is always at, which is always right here. So, if your rifleman, always pre-fire here first, or you can simply do a nade spot to, or not, just a regular nade just on the wall to hit the person. They'll die, and then you can easily smoke the fireplace. This is so that the scope over here won't be able to see. He'll be like, oh, somebody's over there. And the person behind here will be able to take out the scope very easily, which is great. You might want to smoke this side of the fireplace too in case anybody decides to come, and then you quickly defuse the bomb. Now, again, when you're defusing the bomb, there's a few safe places that you wish the bomb should be at. One of them is right here. This is so when you're defusing the bomb, any nades coming from this window won't be able to hit you. That's if you're over here, you want to stay as close to this bags of poison as you can, because then the nades will come around to where this poison is that's spilled over here. And yeah, so you won't be able to get killed from each side. So that's pretty much your NRF strats for 2 and for 1.
Yeah, and as I showed you a little bit earlier on, you are able to wallbang this area, so you can actually shoot through this. And you can also shoot through this window. So if you want to pre-fire a little bit, that's possible as well.
Alright, good deal.
Alright, so that's it for the NRF strats. As explained before, we're gonna do the second raffle of the night right now. And after that, we'll move on to the in-game event. So we'll move there.